Okay, so now it's time for us to do our RDWW word problem for the day. I'm gonna do this separately from the other math problems. I want all the kids that are watching this to try it, whether pre-K 3, pre-K 4, kindergarten, or even maybe first grade. So we're gonna do this problem. So the first thing to do, the first step is to read. I set it up this way because I know other teachers teach it this way, even other teachers at the school I teach at. And this will just give my students another way of seeing things, another way of, another problem solving strategy, another way to see it graphically written down. So let's begin. John had 19 pickles. His sister ate 8 of them. How many pickles does John have left? So remember, when we're solving a word problem using RDWW, we become math detectives. So we're gonna put on our detective hat, okay? Make sure you put yours on too. And if your parents are watching, make sure they put theirs on too, okay? Next, so now, once we read, we have to make sure we find the clues in our story. Detectives use clues to find the answer to their problems. So one clue are our numbers. Our numbers are always our clue. So let's look through here and we're gonna highlight or circle our clues. So one number I see is 19, so let's circle that. Okay, his sister ate 8 of them. Another number I see is the number 8. Okay, and we always must know what our problem is it needs to be solving. Our problem is always a question, and usually, not all the time, usually it starts with the word how and it ends with a question mark. So we're gonna underline our question for our problem that needs solving. How many pickles does John have left? Okay, so we are done with reading. And since we're doing it like this, to show that we have read, maybe some notes we can take in the reading section, or maybe we're gonna write down what our story is about. So our story is about pickles. Okay, and also here's where we can decide what kind of problem we think it's going to be. We say that John had 19 pickles. So his sister ate 8 of them. So that means some are being taken away. So if some are being taken away, does that mean we're subtracting or are we adding? If you said subtracting, you're correct. So maybe another note we could say it's about pickles and we're going to subtract. Okay, so maybe that's just so you can take notes in your reading section, okay? So in our drawing section, we're gonna draw what our story is about. And I think I'm going to use blue for this. So when we're doing a subtraction problem, we don't need to label our pictures with 2 separate labels like we do with our addition problem. Because with our addition problem, we're adding things together. With subtraction, we're taking things apart. So we're gonna label our picture first. And I think maybe we should label our pictures pickles. Okay, and how many pickles did he start off with? So he started off with 19. If you can remember doing it the 5 group way, I think, you put 5 dots on each line. It'll help you count by 5s and help you make sure you're not, you're counting correctly, okay? And not getting confused. So let's count to 19, only putting 5 dots on each line. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, not there yet. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, not quite there yet. 16, 17, 18, and 19. So the 5 group way is a great way to stay organized, parents, straight lines. It's easy to count, especially if your child is beginning to count by 5s. That's what we do in our classroom. Okay, so it says his sister ate 8 of them. So a great way that we can show that something's been taken away, or in this example, that something is being eaten, we can cross it out, okay? You can also erase, but I like to see my students thinking. I like to see their the steps they've taken. So in this case, we're gonna cross them out so Ms. Davis and your parents can see that you thought through this process and they can kind of track what you were doing, okay? So we're gonna cross out 8 of them. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, okay? So we're gonna pause it right there. We're gonna go ahead, so we've done our R, which stands for read. We've done the D, that stands for draw. We've drawn a beautiful picture right here. Now we're gonna go down to the W, the first W that stands for write, and that means write your number equation. You can also say number sentence, but parents try to use them interchangeably so that your child can become more familiar with math vocabulary. Okay, so our story gives us what we need, okay? We see that John had 19, so we're gonna put the number 19 down first. He had 19 pickles. Okay, and now we made notes here that it's subtracting. We took things apart, so we're gonna use a minus sign, okay? So a minus sign means subtracting. And how many did it subtract? How many did a sister eat? She ate 8 of those pickles out of that jar. So 19 minus 8. Then the equal sign, okay? And then we're gonna figure out the difference, because we know the answer to a subtraction problem is called the difference. An answer to an addition problem is called the sum. But we're gonna figure out the difference between 19 minus 8. We can go back to our story, or kindergarten, you can try to do a mental math, okay? Go back to our story and see how many pickles are left over after we've crossed out the ones that his sister ate. Let's count them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 19 minus 8 equals 11. So he had 11 pickles left after his sister ate 8 of them. Okay, so we've done the R, which is read. We've done the drawing. We've done the first W, which is writing the number sentence or number equation. Next, we're gonna do the word sentence, okay? So, it says, how many pickles does John have left? Remember, we're restating the question. So how are we gonna answer that? So pause it right here and answer it out loud if you can, and then I'm gonna continue. So how many pickles does John have left? We're gonna say, John has 11 pickles left. Just that simple. John has 11 pickles left. So let me write this down. Remember, our sentence starts with a capital letter. Make sure it's nice and neat. John has 11 pickles left. Okay, and that is how we're finishing that sentence. Make sure it's a punctuation mark on the end. Make sure it's nice and neat, capital at the beginning. And this is our RDWW subtraction problem for the day. Kindergarten, take it a step further and see if you can tell me how many ones and how many tens are in the number 11. And I will see you right after this, starting on our math problems for the day.